If you've been paying attention to Dream's recent activity on YouTube, you probably know about all the hype surrounding his duel with the popular shorts creator Daquavis, known for his staged Minecraft clips with other well-known YouTubers. The duel became quite a popular topic on the platform, with the videos themselves reaching millions of views in just a couple days. But what if I told you the whole hype around Dream challenging Daquavis to a 1v1 was all just a fake setup? In this video, I will present evidence which proves that all of this was an elaborate scheme to bring more attention to the event. And I even confronted Dream and Daquavis themselves with what I'm about to expose them for. But before we begin, I want to make it clear that the following proof shows that everything leading up to the duel was artificially organized, but the 1v1 itself I believe to be real. Also, the point of this video is not to bring any hate towards Dream nor Daquavis. I'm a big fan of their content, but because I am one, I've noticed all these things and I believe people should know about them. But first, we need to go back to April 11th, when Dream posted the first short in which he challenged Daquavis to the duel. He then posted another video, which was a Daquavis type clip, obviously trying to provoke him into responding to the challenge. Daquavis then responded, saying that the duel will have to be for $100,000, to which Dream agreed to later. They then went on posting these fake clips on their channels back and forth of them preparing for the upcoming 1v1. But this is where it gets interesting. Dream additionally streamed a few times in preparation for the duel by practicing the different kits with different pro PvPers. In one of the streams, he practiced the mace with its creator and a pro mace PvPer, in which he was only learning the basics of how it works. Remember this for later. Once the duel with Daquavis happened, Dream did an analysis of it on stream later on, and when I was watching it, Dream said something very weird.
The only time I've ever used mace is the stream you guys watched. I did not use it afterwards. I did not use it whatever. I used it that stream and then this video. That's it.
Hold on a second. If Dream said that he only used the mace during the duel and on stream, how did he one-shot a dragon with it from hundreds of blocks in a video he posted before his practice stream? How would he know how to use it if he apparently only started learning the mace for the first time on April 30th when the short was posted 2 days earlier? This means that it probably wasn't Dream making these videos, but rather someone else. And who is someone that has posted hundreds of these very same videos, which with he amassed billions of views and millions of subscribers? Now you could argue that Dream just forgot to mention that he also used the mace when making that short, but after finding the correlation, I decided to dig deeper, and I ended up finding some obvious similarities between Dream's and Daquavis' shorts. Daquavis uses many of the same tricks in his videos while recording them, and one of them is the zoom feature. In almost every Daquavis video, we see him zooming in on an enemy before he kills them, and in Dream's shorts, we can see the same zoom being used identically, which is interesting considering that he used a different one in the skills duel. Another trick Daquavis uses is the way he edits his videos. His clips obviously couldn't be recorded in one try, so he splits the clip up into several parts. But to make the clips look coherent, he uses a transitioning trick by looking at a single point like a wall or the floor, from which he begins recording the next part of the clip. And yep, the same trick is used in the shorts on Dream's channel. Another common theme in Daquavis' TikToks is the part where he builds a bed defense. He often quickly builds around the bed with different blocks and patterns. And while scrolling through his videos, I noticed a very specific pattern Daquavis used. He makes a T shape on both sides of the beds, then fills in the sides and then the top. Yep, you guessed it, the person playing in Dream's short uses the same exact pattern for the bed defense. While these arguments might sound convincing, it's easy to claim that Dream simply learned all of Daquavis' tricks to record those TikToks. But realistically, I doubt he had the time to watch and analyze every second of multiple Daquavis videos, figure out all the right mods and tricks, prepare for a $100,000 duel, release new music, and do all of that with a hurt wrist. But it is possible. So if we give him the benefit of the doubt, we first need to remember the inconsistency with the mace that I mentioned earlier in this video, but there's one other thing that I found that solidifies my theory on why it was Daquavis that made those videos for Dream. If we go back to when Dream was practicing Axe PvP with one of its best players, Swite, we saw that Dream was talking about the damage flinch, which if you didn't know is a setting you can change where the screen shakes every time you take damage. And Dream told his trainer this.
I turned off the like shake. I think it's on 0 actually, like the damage stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably help your aim.
Because when I had that on, I was getting that was the one. I think the whole first day I had that on. The next day, someone told me to turn it off, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Oh my god."
Now, by the first day, Dream means the first day he began training PvP again after a 3-year break, and we don't know when that first day was. But we do know when the second day was, from a Reddit post Dream made. In it, Dream complained that Legitimacy, another well-respected Axe player, made a video beating him in an Axe duel when that was only his second day back training. And since we know that the video was uploaded on April 28th, the fight with Legitimacy probably happened the day or two before, which means his first day training was around April 25th. So if we know that Dream had his flinch on before April 25th, let's take a look at a short from Dream's channel uploaded long before that date. So this is a short Dream posted April 15th, long before his duel with Legitimacy. So yeah, let's watch it. Okay, here, there's TNT. No flinch. But let's keep watching. And look. Daquavis hits Dream. No flinch. He did not flinch. And this was before his duel with Legitimacy. So this was Supposedly, he had the flinch on at this time, but here we can see that the flinch is off. Now you might be wondering, okay, so what? Dream got Daquavis to make some videos for him, but that doesn't mean the duel was fake. And you're right, the duel itself was entertaining to watch, but the whole idea that Dream wanted to get revenge for Daquavis killing him in his videos was just simply not true. You see, if Dream got Daquavis to make the videos for him, then this exchange of videos of them slandering each other was all planned beforehand to hype the duel up and bring more attention to it. Kind of how Netflix did with the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight with the show they released leading up to it. But why would they need to do this? That's a very good question, but before I answer, if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. The most obvious answer to why the two would plan out a duel like this is because of their audience. You see, Dream hit his peak popularity during the pandemic in 2020, but it's been 3 years since he posted his last manhunt, meaning that his main audience has grown up. And since Dream is just now attempting to increase his activity with his channel, collaborating with a different creator whose audience is really young and isn't really educated on Dream's past controversies would be the right play. But how would Daquavis benefit from this? Well, he could have just not realized that this was Dream's strategy and was overly confident in his own abilities, or there might have been a different exchange that happened that we don't know about, and that $100,000 might not be paid behind the scenes. But we can't know for sure. So all of this being said, I could have just finished the video there and left it up to the people to decide what really happened. But not me. No. I wanted to confront them about it. During Dream's analysis stream, I spammed in all of his chats asking how he used the mace in his short before he practiced it. But he didn't reply, which is understandable because he had thousands of people watching. So what did I do? I 1v1'd him. Once Dream started dueling randoms on stream, I somehow managed to queue into a duel with him. And after absolutely obliterating him, and definitely not critting him out when he was AFK, I pasted the question in chat twice, but he didn't respond, which was expected since he was reading his stream chat throughout the duel. This was the closest I could get to finding out from him, but those innocent black specks could have wandered towards the game chat, and I was going to give up there until this happened. Just a couple days later, Daquavis booted up a stream. The conditions were perfect because he only had a few hundred people watching and his chat was moving pretty slow. And since he had no mods in his chat, I pasted questions the whole stream. And I kid you not, he literally read every other chat message that wasn't spam other than mine. And he even read my question at some point, but he didn't even answer.
I win or lose it.
Did you make the shorts on Dream's channel for him?
Mao.
Hi, Mal. Oh my gosh.
So then I made my decision. I was going to use my hard-earned cash to make a donation just to ask him the question. That way, he won't be able to ignore my message. Please like the video, I'm broke, I don't want to get a job. And so when the super chat went through, here's what he said.
Bro, I can't play without it.
Alright, don't
TP
TP people here. Don't
Yes,
TP
you can,
people here.
No, I can't. I don't.
Yes, you
I'm not
can.
good at doing this. That's boring then. I'm not getting better at the mace, which I want to get better at. Yeah, but
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Wait, that was the server.
Plus, I don't know how to say your name, bro.
Okay, bro, Plumsy isn't that hard to say. And besides, aren't there like 3 ways to say your name?
The shorts on Dream's channel before the duel were identical to yours. Did you make them for Dream? No, bro. He just why would I shove why would I shove an N rod up my own butt, bro? Like.
So yeah, basically bro gave me the most generic nothing answer to ever exist. Oh, Dream was just so Sigma that he shoved an end rod up my butt. I would never do that to myself. Like that just sounds exactly what the kids want to hear. So overall, we can't be 100% sure what exactly they were trying to accomplish behind the scenes, but the evidence I provided is sufficient enough for them to at least offer an explanation. And no, I don't believe the duel itself to be staged. Those claiming that it was are just purely speculating, and there's no real evidence to say that it was because Dream made it too close. And again, this video is purely informative to make light of what I found. Make sure to subscribe because I will be keeping you updated on this situation.